everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the variation of the vertebral columns. Different vertebral columns have different functions, different structure, difference in many aspects. We are going to address everything. First of all, we should talk about the common vertebral features, which are present in almost every vertebra. So if you look at the body, yeah, like this body is here to bear weight, and which like if you look at the spinous process, this is to prevent any movement. Remember, this spinous process have different functions in different part of the vertebral column. It have this pedicle. Pedicles are always attached to the body. It have lamina. So like if you look at the lamina and pedicles, these form the anterior arch. If we look at the intervertebral foramen, this is here to this is a pathway for the spinal cord. Yeah. So let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about this cervical vertebra. So this for cervical vertebra is different from the other vertebrae in many ways. It have relatively smaller body than the other vertebrae, like for example thoracic or lumbar, because it don't have to bear much weight on its body, because it only have to bear the weight of the head. It have transverse foramen for the up passageway for the vertebral artery. It have bifid spinous process. So like bifid means it have two heads here. It have articular facets in the oblique plane to facilitate the movement of flexion, extension, as well as rotation. Let's move on to the thoracic vertebra. Oh, it is green. This is vertebra of a Hulk. Okay, so it have a larger body than the cervical one, because it have to bear more weight than the cervical vertebra. It have to bear the weight of head, neck, and other upper limb. It have the special feature of this. It is having the costal facets for the attachment with the ribs, and have long spinous process to limit flexion and extension. It have articular facet. The significance of this articular facet, because they are in coronal plane, they helps in rotation, and the flexion and extension are in very limited um, movement, because these are in coronal plane. In the coronal plane only rotation happens. Flexion and extension are very less, literally very less. Yeah. If you look at the lumbar vertebrae, it have more larger body, more dense body, more stronger body, because it have to bear the weight of limbs, our limbs, ribs, yep, head, neck, and everything which is above it. It have articular facets in the sagittal plane, and it have smaller spinous process than the thoracic vertebra. If you remember from the previous slide, that the thoracic vertebra have this kind of spinous process to limit extension, because it helps in extension and flexion. So this spinous process is little bit shorter, and the articular facets are also contributing in the flexion and extension movements, because these are in sagittal plane. So this lumbar, pretty much all the lumbar vertebra helps in the flexion and extension. And at last we will talk about sacral vertebra. It is the fused vertebra of five different vertebrae, and it articulates with the lumbar vertebra. Here it will form the lumbosacral joint. It will form the lumbosacral joint while articulation with here. And yeah, it is It's a wing-like structure. If you like, you can see here. Sorry, this is the anterior part. This is the posterior part, and it these wings are also called ala. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you for your love and support.